Well, one of the main reasons that I've done it, to be honest, is the fact that you are tied in way too much. Whether you're doing 9 to 5, you're doing an evening job, which I actually was, and I wasn't enjoying that much. So realistically, I wanted to make the switch to something that gave me a lot more freedom, and it allowed me to get on with work along with other hobbies as well. So that's one of the hardest points actually when you get started working remotely, working online, is where do you actually start? I actually found it just literally getting started by creating your videos, creating whatever content you want. That is the actual start, although it doesn't seem like it. After a while you realise that it is. One of the reasons being is the fact that no matter what content you put out at first, it's not going to be that great, so you need to improve. Whether you're making videos, you're writing blogs, your first 100 videos perhaps really might not get very many views, but it doesn't matter because that is the start. And from then really you keep on pushing, and you will get recognised at some point by some means, the niche that you're in, or you'll end up finding a money making method within what you're doing. Yeah, I mean, one of the hardest things is to push through failure, which you do get a lot from. I mean, just to get my channel over to get monetized took me over 2 years, maybe 2.5 years, which to be honest, most people give up at that point or before that. But a lot of the time, if you just push through and you keep pushing, eventually you will actually get there. It's just hard sometimes having to tell yourself that you do have to keep putting in the work. But trust me, it does work out. I mean, personally, I'm happy to say that actually through doing this, going and building my YouTube channel, I managed to meet the company that I work for now, which has given me so many different possibilities with online remote working. Because it did mean that obviously after I went back, I didn't have to go back to working in an office. I was able to use my creativity, and it was doing something that I enjoyed. Well, I mean, in all honesty, one of the reasons why I actually started a YouTube channel was because I got tired of watching really bad tutorials on Minecraft. Primarily, there's a few good people out there, but a lot of them you follow for half an hour to just end up finding out it doesn't work. So as at that point in my life, I was into Minecraft and I was actually heavily learning myself, anything from like server, plugins, hosting servers and stuff like that. I really wanted to get my knowledge out for people to follow tutorials that didn't end up leading to something that was a failure. Now, there's nothing worse than spending a lot of time on YouTube following a tutorial just to have something fail. So as anybody that gets started with YouTube, the best thing is to simply just get started, start putting videos out. I look back at them, they look terrible now, but if I hadn't have done that, I wouldn't have got to the point where I am now. So the actual length that it took me to get my channel monetized was 2 years, just a bit over 2 years, and you know, it was hard at times. You end up thinking, why am I doing this? But you know what, it is worth it, so do put in the time to put in the videos. Don't worry too much about your first videos. I'm going to be honest, they're not going to be great either way, so just make sure you get them done out the way. Then as you start to grow, check your analytics and really grow your channel that way. So of course, one of the number one benefits has got to be the fact that you can work at your own time rather than office work or somewhere that you are literally stuck from the time that you start to the time it ends, which does actually help you enjoy your work or time off a lot more properly than it does when you're working a 9 to 5, Monday to Friday, which you know after them 2 days, that's sort of it again, you're back to the grind. This is obviously going to benefit your mental health a ton compared to repetitive over and over sort of work, unlike remote work, which you can sort of hit different niches, different relevance, and again, depending on what you do yourself, whether it's marketing, blogging, content creating, or even working as a virtual assistant. And it also gives you that opportunity to create your life and work cycle, and rather than having one and then the other, you're able to mix the two together so they work seamlessly, because it doesn't mean that because you're working, you can't enjoy it at the exact same time.